Hello everybody, I'll be right back. I'm just getting this going here. Alright, hello everybody. We are back with Ultima Online Forever. I am streaming, so if you have any questions, please go ahead and put it in the chat right there. And if you guys have any questions or want to see me do something, whatever, I'll try my best to make it happen. It's been a long time since I really played Ultima Online, but I played this server a while back, long enough to know this server is awesome. It has a ton of players on it, a lot of action. And this is as much fun now as it was back in the, in its glory days back in the late 90s when it was so popular. So, thanks for joining me. And definitely say hi in the chat right here. Obviously, if you're watching the old live stream, you won't be able to do that. I'm running it live right now. But most people will probably be watching this after it's posted up on my videos long after I recorded this video. But go ahead and sit back and enjoy the video. Watch me stumble around as a new player in Ultima Online Forever. Again, you can get this game free at the link below. Join ultimaonlineforever.com. Completely free to join, no monthly fees. A lot of fun to be had. So, see all these people here at the bank selling all kinds of stuff. Yep. Still got a mess of all these maps. Somebody died over here. The remains of Borland. And we know that he was some kind of a thief or something like that, because his name is, his bones are not blue like this. His name is gray. So he was a thief and probably either got whacked by the guards. You cannot loot creatures that you do not kill as a young player. One of the bad things about being a noob, a complete young player. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the loot and some of the fun to be had fighting other monsters. We're going to go ahead and go into that new player dungeon right now. But what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm going to go ahead and put some of this junk in my bank. Type out bank here. And get rid of some of my gold here too before I lose it. Put it in my bank box. And put this leather in this bag. Put all my clothes that I'm not wearing in this bag. And the cool thing is these clothes that you start off with are kind of blessed, so you can never actually lose them. And I believe they won't ever like wear out or break or anything like that. Same thing with these scissors. I mean, and they can't be stolen or anything either, unless you make... None of this stuff can be stolen, not none of this stuff, but a lot of the stuff in the game, like rune books, which you'll get, which you can actually fill with runes that are marked for different locations, anywhere you want in the world, really. And magic books and your starting items cannot be stolen unless you actually put them inside some other container, inside another bag in your backpack. So you never want to... It's one of the big mistakes people make, is actually putting stuff into another bag to try to protect it, keep it from getting stolen. And a thief just opens up all the bags, and he's going to be looking for bags to open up. and it makes everything stealable by putting it in another container. So whatever you do, don't do that as a new player. So this is kind of what I'm doing here is I'm kind of making a video series to talk about how great Ultima Online is, how great it was back in its glory day, and kind of show you guys, answer questions if any new players join or anything like that. God Can, best game ever, has joined the chat. Thanks for joining, God Con. And he says, Google UO forever and come play with Zaxter. Absolutely, come play with me. I am hanging out in Britain right here. You want to join the party? Come find me. I'm wearing the basic leather outfit, and I am a warrior. Oh, somebody says, I look like a noob. This is the fun thing, too, is, I mean, you could sit here and shoot the crap with anybody. I do. You are not talking to me. I am no damn noob. Hello, Lickle Noob. What is a Lickle Noob? Are you drunk, Lickle Noob man? So, I guess you're still watching GodCon. Feel free to go ahead and talk. I am doing a live stream here. And yeah, if you guys are watching this live, which I don't see anybody else watching right now, but hopefully we'll get a few more players. I did put a link on the UO forum, so hopefully we'll get a couple of players watching anyway. I put the link in the new players section of the forums for UO Forever. Hell, GodCon says, I think there's a little bit of a delay between when he hears me and when he types. I think I see his types. I see anybody that chats in the chat. I see their type like right away, as long as I look over at my other monitor. But they're not going to see they're not going to hear me saying what I'm saying live for like 30 seconds or something like that. There's a little bit of a delay here. So anyway, some of this crap we just aren't ever going to need. We're never going to need this dumb candle. I'm going to throw this crap out. It's stuff that you start with that I won't need. I'm going to go ahead and eat this bird. Get rid of that. And then it's going to start you off with some other spells. And I believe all these spells here, you can try putting them in your magic book, but it says it's already present. So I don't need all these dumb spells either. It's just littering me up. It's taking weight. And you'll see that I dropped some of this crap I don't need. My encumbrance here is dropping a little bit. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these bandages in my bank. I don't need all of those here. And who is this? Somebody gave me 30,000 gold. There you go. Awesome. Thank you, Lee Blitch. Look at that. Somebody gave me... And checks are also unstealable, so nobody can steal a check, which is pretty cool. Did you see that, GodCon? Somebody gave me 30,000 gold. Who was this? Lee Blith. Oh, God of Con. How funny. So this is the guy here that's chatting with me on my live stream. He's the one who just gave me 30,000 gold. I think he's the one that called me a noob too. Is that right? Welcome to Ultima Online Forever. Thank you. It's been a long time since I actually really played Ultima Online. I did play the server enough about a year and a half ago to see that this is a pretty kick-ass server, and I wanted to jump back into it. But things in my life prevent me from getting into a game. I saw that it was badass, and I'm like, I'm married now. I'm older, I have kids, I have a job, and the last thing I need is some addiction like an addiction that I had way back in the Navy when I first got into this game. But yeah, man, I got my first laptop in 1998. I'm a sailor. I'm stationed in the Navy out in Portsmouth, Virginia. Dial-up internet. And let's go ahead and get out of here now. Where did that check go? Take that guy's check and put it in the bank, woohoo! And all you have to do is pretty cool to get this gold out of the check that somebody gives you, or maybe you sell something, you mine some ingots or whatever, or sell something to them. You can actually sell your stuff. They might give you a check, and you just double click it, and it says gold was deposited in your account. So we know that Mr. Khan here didn't give me a fake check. Now I have a pile of gold here for like 30,500. Another thing that's really cool is when you're by any bank, you can just simply type balance, And one of the bankers here, the banker NPCs, will tell you how much gold you have. Everybody sees that though, so you kind of a show off deal. You'll see, you know, you'll be a noob and you'll be like balance, and it'll say your balance is 52 gold in the bank, and then some punk ass that's rich will say balance just to say have their numbers like 58,275,000 gold. They'll do that just to spite you and show off or whatever. But it's pretty fun. And as you can see, I was complaining about the litter bug down here throwing all these maps away. This might be the guy right there that's throwing all these maps down. I don't know. But here I am, a litter bug. Look what I did. I littered the bug with some useless spells that probably nobody wants. But anyway, let's go ahead, now that we actually have our katana in hand, just basic gear, let's go ahead and go down, and I want to go ahead and get my combat stats up and show you guys how these stats raise as I actually use them. So let's go back up here to that inn where I started out, and I showed you that little portal where we can go to the new player dungeon. And again, yeah, I encourage you guys, if you're watching this video after I streamed it live, obviously you won't be able to come in the game and find me, but I do encourage you to actually do some of the things that I'm doing. It's a good way to actually learn how to play the game, especially if you're a new player and you've never played Ultima Online or whatever. It can be daunting because this is an old school game. This game definitely does not hold your hand. So if you know, if you're like some of these newer MMOs that hold your hand and give you the quest and always show you, you know, a marker like an arrow of where you need to go or whatever, this game is going to be pretty daunting for you if you're maybe one of the newer online gamers, because this game doesn't show you where to go. I mean, it's a complete sandbox. It doesn't hold your hand with anything. So we're going to go down here into the new player dungeon, and I think we just double click it, or we walk into it. There we go. All right, so screen all black, double click me, the healer. What you can use an older client? Oh, we don't need that. Warning, monsters may attack you on sight. Okay. Does this take me to the new player dungeon as well? Yep, it does. But the screen's not all black. I think that was some kind of a help deal in case you're seeing pitch black. So, this is the new player dungeon, so we're going to come down here and have some fun and fight some baddies. Get some gold. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's a murderer, but this is not a player. Unlike the red players that you'll see in the game that are red, this is an NPC murderer. You can tell by the way she's moving that this is computer controlled. So we're going to go ahead and hit our tab button, or hit our war button over here. We're going to get in here and we're going to go ahead and drag her health up here so we can just drag off of her. And we're going to go ahead and double click to start attacking her. I believe you'll automatically attack her back. But as you can see, my health is 69. Another thing you can do if you really want to see a bar, like if you want to see your health in a bar, you can actually close that and you can drag your health off of you. So now I can kind of see that right now it's a pretty even fight. I can even stack these like that. Oh crap. Kelly is like that and I am like this. I'm screwed. I believe if you get close to this healer, I believe it'll heal you. Yeah, so see, the healer, NPC healer healed me some. Oh, healed me to full health. So now who has the advantage, huh? Who has the advantage now, kill ya? And that's why they call this a new player dungeon. So I am using Razor. Razor actually, now she's running because she's low on health. I never really figured out Razor, so you guys will have to show me how to use Razor, because I know it's a pretty useful tool. I don't remember a lot about it. I remember using it back in the day, but man, it's been, what, 15 years since I've used it. So here's my health, so I did win. So we're going to go ahead and double click this dead NPC. And here is her loot. Kind of see the skeleton remains, whatever. 111 gold, that's not bad for a kill. Oops, I didn't mean to drop that on the gold. I want it. And a lot of this other stuff. I will take this bag, because bags are good for sorting crap. I don't need any killing. I'll drop that. This is food. I'll take the food. Fish steaks. Cool. Those are cooked and ready to eat. And this is, what is that? Muffins or something? Yep, muffins. So, I don't want this hat. I could put this hat on me if I wanted to, but I already got a leather hat on, so. Yeah, I want this bag, though. That'll help me sort some of this crap out. Alright, so I'm still in war mode, so I can either come over here and go peace mode again, so I'm not walking around like a douche when I'm not fighting anything. Oh no, Thora's after me now. And I haven't fully healed, so that probably wasn't real smart. So let's come back over here so we have our healer, our NPC healer, helping us against this NPC baddie here. I want to see her health. Make sure you... Oh, it looks like I'm auto-attacking back, but I think you'll attack better if you do double-clicker. And this is all automatic here, so... Now later on, especially when you get into Magery, I believe Magery is a fighting where, you know, real skill and tactics are involved. And I wasn't even watching, I was too busy talking and I died. But that's good because I want to show you guys what happens when you die. And as a young player, I'm not going to lose anything, so if this happens, which it probably will when you're new, you know, don't fear. As you can see, the whole screen turns black and white. My corpse dropped right there. I can't do anything. I no longer see my inventory. I no longer see anything. I'm a good guy. I died as a good guy. You see my name in blue. I wasn't gray or red or anything like that. I mean, I died and, you know, I died as a hero trying to take out this tomb robber. So we're going to go ahead as a ghost now. We're going to go ahead and come up this ladder. And now I just need to find that healer. Now remember, I came in here from over here, way over here on this side of the bank. You can't do anything while you're dead, except the funny thing is I can type here, and I can also show myself by hitting tab, going to war mode, and other people will actually see me as a ghost. Now I'm betting that if any of these people are paying attention, somebody will come over here and try to heal me. Somebody will try to cast a spell to heal me, or they'll come over with a bandage, and once you get healing, the skill here, I believe above, you guys will have to tell me if I'm wrong, I believe it's above 80 or 90, something like that, maybe 60, I can't remember. I think 60 was cure, to cure like poison and stuff like that, and 80 I believe you need a skill of 80 to actually resurrect ghosts with a bandage. And you need a pretty high magery skill to be able to cast a resurrection spell as well. So, because I'm in war mode, other people can actually see me walking around as a ghost. And just to show you that people actually are, you know, friendly, this guy here, this is the guy that gave me the money. And this is the guy that's in my chat as well. He's going to go ahead and cast a spell here. And to make sure, this is what this does is this is a window here. It's going to pop up. This is preventing people from being douchebags and like trolling you. So it says, do you want to be resurrected? And I'll hit continue and he'll resurrect me. I've lost a lot of fame because I died. It'll always say that whenever you die, especially when you die to a lowly piece of crap like the one I died to. I just wasn't paying attention. So if somebody resurrects you, always type thanks. And now he's typing in vast many. It tells you there in parentheses what it actually is. It's a greater heal. So he's going to heal my health here, as you'll see. And then this is my mana. I don't think he can do any kind of mana transfer. I don't need mana anyway. So it looks like he tried to cast an Invast Mani. I'm betting that Khan here ran out of regs, maybe? Yep, see? Need regs. So I've played this game enough back in the day, I remember enough to even recognize that he probably ran out of the reagents. Remember in the first video I was telling you how every spell took so many reagents. You can't just cast spells without any kind of regs. Every spell you cast takes some kind of regs. And so he healed me for 37 and 30. He healed me to full health. And now I am ready to go again. Now you're always going to start when you die in this death robe. And it'll fade over time, I believe. Actually, it faded and it's gone now. And I'm back to my naked self. But, am I naked? Remember, if I click on myself, I'll see that I'm still young. So, I have everything that I lost, including my leather armor. Yay! So I'm going to go ahead and put all this leather armor back on. One way to actually do this quicker and easier is to drag your backpack closer to you so you're not dragging everything clear across the screen. But yeah, I love this game. This game is so much fun. It brings back so many old memories from playing this game back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So another thing that's a good idea, guys, is when you actually, if you're a new player or whatever, you're jumping in here, even if you're a veteran, you know, veterans will admit that they forget this a lot. If you actually come back to town, maybe you came back to town to get more reagents or to get better armor or whatever you came back to town for, you've been out hunting, you've been out crawling through the dungeons, make sure you open your bank box and you deposit any gold or anything you don't want to lose. Granted, I'm not going to lose anything as a new player, as a young player, but still a good habit to get into, to go ahead and bank all your extra loot and stuff like that while you're here anyway. So we're going to go back to our dungeon here and see if we can take out that baddie. I definitely want revenge. And so this guy is naked too, Tamer of Oz. Glorious. He's a glorious guy. He's got a lot of fame. All right. So, thanks for the heal, by the way, Con. If you're still watching in chat, I think you're still watching in chat. And looks like I got 3 people watching me, which is actually kind of surprising for this time. It's actually 2 o'clock in the morning at 2:07 a.m. my time. I've always been a night owl, but to actually see 3 people watching me on a game this old, I mean, granted, this game is still going now, this UO Forever, but this is still a, what, how old is this game now? 17 years old? To have 3 people watching me play a 17-year-old online game at 2:07 in the morning, on a weeknight, mind you, is pretty impressive. So, now, if I wasn't young anymore, if I didn't still have this young status here, then all my stuff that I dropped, my leather and all that stuff that, you know, wasn't blessed, like my new starting items or anything that says blessed on it, which is a few rare items, would be on my corpse, and I would come here to retrieve that. And it says I can't even loot myself as a young player. That's pretty crazy. But if I wasn't young anymore, I'd be able to open up my corpse, and I'd see the same kind of, you know, corpse. I'd see this right here, and I'd see all my crap there, and I could pick it all up. But the thing is if I wasn't young anymore, any other players could come in here, and they could take my crap as well. Now, the one thing, though, that's cool about this game is because you see my corpse right now as blue, if another player, let's say I wasn't young anymore, and I dropped all my armor and weapon and everything that I was carrying on my corpse, if another new player came down here and said, man, somebody died, I'm going to take his crap, right? So they would see me in armor and everything like that. They'd see whatever armor I was wearing. Maybe they want that armor for themselves or the weapon I have, whatever. And like, man, I want that. So if I'm blue here and they actually open the my corpse and they take my crap, they're going to be a criminal for stealing my stuff because I haven't decayed yet, and they'll actually turn gray. And when they turn gray, what that means is they're going to be gray for, I don't remember, like 3 minutes, I think. And what that means is anybody else can attack them. They have a free shot on attacking them and killing them as a criminal. Not only that, any guards that see them will whack them as well. I don't believe there's any guards down here in the dungeon, but if they go back up in town gray, I believe they would probably get guard whacked. If not, some player is probably going to see him as a thief, and they're going to whack him just for being a thief, more than likely. So once let's pretend all my stuff was on my corpse, one thing they could do is they could wait until my corpse decayed into a little pile of bones. And then once it goes there, if they click on my pile of bones, it'll be gray. All my stuff, if it hasn't been taken yet, will be available, it'll be free for all, without, you know, doing any kind of criminal action like stealing or whatever. So I gotta say, Ultima Online, its game design is absolutely brilliant. Every aspect of Ultima Online when it first started out was so well balanced and so brilliant in the game design. I mean, they did the best they could to prevent trolling, to prevent, you know, griefing. Obviously, you're still going to find players find ways around the rules to grief and troll and be pricks, which is all part of the game. And that's part of what made it fun. Murderers and stuff like that. Guys that would kill you while you're out there just trying to earn a buck or trying to make some gold or whatever, while you're dungeon hunting in a dungeon. If you're not a young player like this, you know, Reds, player killers or whatever, if you're not a young player, they're going to kill you because you've been out there in a dungeon, you've got, you know, 2,000 gold or 5,000 gold on you, plus all the other stuff that you've collected worth money. Why would they sit there and, you know, kill monsters for 100 or 200 gold each? And maybe you spend an hour killing these things in the dungeon. Why would they do that themselves when they can just whack you real quick and take all your stuff? And that's another reason Reds, PKs usually run in groups, at least 2 or 3 at a time. That way they take less risk, and, you know, they have to divide up that you know, the reward amongst themselves, however they're doing it. But by running in groups, they can actually go through a dungeon and kill a lot of new players in a game like this really quickly and amass a lot of gold in a hurry. They amass all the gold. All those adventurers have maybe spent a total of, you know, between them, maybe all those adventurers have spent 10 hours or 12 hours in the dungeon accumulating gold and items. And the PKs come through there, maybe just 2 or 3 of them, and they whack all the guys because they outnumber them. And, you know, they amass 12 hours worth of work and they amass it in 10 minutes, just running through the dungeon real quick. So, you know, it's very tempting to become a murderer in this game. But again, the brilliant game design of Ultima Online shines even in aspects like that, because reds take a huge risk as well. There's going to be blues that are always going to be after their ass, and anybody can attack a red on sight without turning into a criminal, without turning gray. So one of the things that makes Ultima Online is all risk and reward. It's risk versus reward right now for me as a new player. It's risk versus reward in a lot of different ways, but it's risk versus reward too as you get more advanced in the game. To go red, to start killing players for that money, that easy money, going through dungeons or whatever, there's a lot of risk with being a red. You know, you can't come into towns without guards whacking you. You know, you can't come, there's so many things you can't do as a red. So we're going to go ahead, I need to equip my katana before this guy attacks me. And again, I want to go ahead and drag off her health bar. I'm going to go ahead and match this up just so I can see how even the battle is here. The one thing that I wish Ultima Online had that some of these newer online games have is in a battle like this, which is all automated, it's all based on your skill. One thing that would be kind of cool if they would have added it, as you can see, I am getting my ass whipped again. I'm going to go back here and see if I can get some help from the healer. But it would be really cool if they would have had, like, you know, special skills that he healed me. So it would have been awesome if they would have had special skills while you're a warrior or whatever that, you know, could have kind of, you know, special attacks or whatever that would maybe turn the tide in a battle like this. That would have been really cool. You know, when you're a warrior like this, it's pretty much just watching, making sure you get away and healing and that kind of thing. The one thing I want you guys to notice is my dexterity here is going up, my skills are going up, my swordsmanship, which started, I believe, at 50, is now up to 60. Let me go ahead and show the real, though. Still at 58. So, skills are advancing pretty quickly at this range, but as they get higher, as it gets up into the 70s and 80s and 90s, it's going to take a lot more work and a lot more time to actually get those skills all the way up. So, I believe you guys will have to let me know in the chat that know on Ultima Online Forever, have they advanced the skill? I died again while I was talking. Damn it. But have they advanced the... I thought I was going to win that. I was overconfident there. I thought I was going to win that fight. So, let me go ahead and show you. If another player doesn't resurrect you, Mike Burry is like, makes a face like, what the hell, dude? You died to a freaking newbie. What? UO? Hell yeah, UO, Mike. How you doing, man? So we're going to go back up here. If you don't want to get another player, you can't find another player to resurrect you, like I was fortunate enough to have God Khan resurrect me a few minutes ago when I first time died. All you got to do is you got to learn your talents. Another reason why you want to explore in these kind of games. There's another young player. But come through here, you can just walk right through the wall as a ghost. And you come up here, get close to these healers. Again, as long as you're not a criminal of some kind, they're going to go ahead and automatically resurrect you. If you are a criminal, wait for... See, there's Khan waiting for me to heal me if I need to. But I am just going to go ahead and let the healer resurrect me. He's going to go ahead and heal me up, though, because Khan is a nice guy. Thanks, Khan, by the way, for healing me up. So this is one of the guys in the chat, God Khan in the chat. Lee Lith in the game. Evil. Well, he's not being too evil right now. He's actually being pretty cool and healing me up for my live stream. So, Zach, you can catch a res in the newbie dungeon. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Look for the... Oh, okay. Gotcha. I will have to do that. I thought I had to come out here to... enjoying the... It's going to be a little quicker for me to get a response here. Typing on here because, again, it's about a 30-second delay for him to actually see what or hear what I say on the live stream. So we're going to go ahead and come back here and jump back into this dungeon. He said there's an Ankh that we can actually get a resurrection, I think. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so I can get a resurrection right there. Okay, cool. So again, I need to put all my crap on. Boom. Or I'm really going to get killed fast. And there might be a faster way to do this with, like, Razor. I'm not sure. Razor is an automated program that they've used to help players out, especially to do a lot of the more monotonous tasks like, you know, mining and different things like that, crafting items and stuff like that. Razor is a nice, useful tool so that you can actually eat dinner or whatever while your character sits there and, you know, crafts a million whatever he's making, leather tunics, for example, let's say, to try to increase your skill. So that is one thing you'll do in this game if you want to be a crafter, is you are going to have to craft basically hundreds of thousands of the same item just to try to increase that skill, especially as your skill in crafting gets up. Like a blacksmith, for example, will have to craft a ton of different plate armor pieces up as he gets up close to 100 to try to what they call GM, or max out that skill at 100. And then again, there are world of save in 1 minute. And there's that bitch that killed me. You are gonna die now. There's no way I'm gonna let you beat me that bad. Looks like a dagger. I got a dagger? Why would I? Wonder why I got a dagger. It's been years since I played. Again, I'm losing the battle. You can see Thor is pretty tough. Hacker, dude. I wish you could do special attacks. That would be cool. But you'll see, you guys will see by the end of this stream here that I will be kicking these guys' butts down here in this dungeon. I got a good hit there. Oh, I might even win this without healing or anything. Ah, it's too close. I'm going to have to go for it. But as you can see, I'm starting to get some better hits on these mobs down here already. The healer healed me. I had to be a putz, but I didn't want to die again. I have to put all my armor and everything back on. So Mike Berry says, oh no, I literally just joined the stream. It's been years since I played. I'm just super stoked to see you on YouTube and live stream right now. Well, Mike, are you still out there? I was like, what the hell happened? But it's just saving. And it'll do this every 5 or 10 minutes or something. I don't know, just to make sure that everything's backed up in case their server crashes or whatever, in case their internet goes out, whatever could possibly go wrong. So the guys that are running the server have gotten smart. They've learned to back up the game for everybody, you know, often. Which is a smart thing to do. I mean, if you're playing a single-player RPG game, you know, whether it be Skyrim or whatever, definitely a smart idea, especially if the game doesn't auto-save. Definitely a smart idea to save the game often, as you guys know. If you've played any kind of games at all, saving your game often is definitely... Now you're running, bitch. Come here. Come here, you whorebag. Okay, she's died. Now, I actually put a link, GodCon. He might have found it with Google or something, I don't know. I actually put a link to it on the UO forums under new players when I first started. So I want to show you guys something. Let's see how this NPC is behind the wall here. There are a lot of times when a player or something may drop behind a wall and you can't see him. So one thing you can do is, it's right here. Here's another player. I don't know if he saw my stream, but probably not. But you can come down here. You can click your options on your paper doll. Again, if you don't see your paper doll, just double click yourself. I'll say hi. So he's got plate armor on, as you can see. So there's an option here where you can let me go ahead and delete all these freaking starter. These are macros, so you can actually make shortcuts for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and make one here real quick. I am going to go ahead and make Alt, and then I'm going to put this key here to the left of my one key. I used to always use that back in the 90s, so I'll continue to use it here. That's my circle of transparency. And I believe that's all I need. I hit apply, and now that's bound to the shortcut. And you can do shortcuts for saying bank, and I'm going to go ahead and do another one as well. I'm going to go ahead and add another one after that. And I'm going to go ahead and go... on my keyboard, Alt works best, so I'm going to go ahead and go Alt-Z. And when I do this, I'm going to go ahead and have it say a couple of different things here. I'm going to go ahead and have it say bank. That way, whenever I get close to the bank, I don't have to type it out every time. I can just hit Alt-Z, whatever shortcut you want, right here in the game. But I'm going to have it say a couple of other things, too. There's a lot of situations where I'm at a player vendor, or I'm at a player vendor in town or whatever, I'm going to want to go ahead and buy something from a vendor. So rather than just having one keystroke say bank and then making a bunch of more keystrokes to do other sayings that I'm going to be saying all the time, I'm going to go ahead and have this say vendor buy, and then I'm going to go ahead and have this screen for the guards if I need help, you know, from the guards. Maybe I'm in a town and somebody attacks me or whatever. Maybe they're stealing from me. Maybe I can have a guard whack them. So I'm going to go ahead and have that say that for Alt-Z. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another one. And I'm going to go ahead and have this one be Alt-X. And then I'm going to have this one say bank as well, just in case I hit it by accident. And I'm going to have this one say vendor instead of buy, vendor sell. Maybe I have crap in my backpack that I want to sell. I'm going to have this say vendor sell. And I'm also going to have this one scream for the guards. So I'm going to go ahead and hit apply here. And then you always want to hit apply at these things when you make changes. There is a circle. Here is where you can change like your text font. Like when I type, somewhere it's here. If I want to change the color of my text, right here I believe it is, I can change that. Let's say I want it to be like a Valorite blue. Valorite is a kind of metal in the game. Now I believe if I type, it'll be in blue. We'll see. Nope, that's not it. Chat text color. Player name. My text color. It's yellow right now, so maybe it's down further. I don't know. It's one of these options, though. So one thing you want to do is you want to uncheck it. I think by default this one's selected. Hold down tab key for combat. You want to make sure you uncheck that. You don't want to have to hold down the tab key when you're fighting. So I would uncheck that for sure. I would uncheck this enable pathfinding crap. You can, if you can't find your way where you need to go, then you're screwed. Uncheck that. All it does is get in your way, and you automatically try to find paths when you don't mean to do it all the time. At least for me. There's probably a lot of other things that I need to check here, but that's a couple that I remember. We have the biggest size window here that we can get. Like if I selected this or this, it would actually decrease the size of my game window here, so we don't want that. Oh, here we go. Speech color. Okay, let's try making that Valorite blue. See if this is it. Oh, I'm going to have to hit apply. Dummy, I just said that to you guys, and then I don't do it. There we go. Hello. So what I'm looking for here, you can adjust how long speech stays on the screen. You probably don't want to adjust that a whole lot. Otherwise, around the bank or whatever, you're going to have people talking and spamming or whatever, and it's going to stay there forever. And you're going to end up having 9 billion. You're not even able to see yourself for all the chat on the screen that hasn't faded. So I definitely wouldn't increase that. You can make nights darker by clicking that and hit apply. And as you can see, it got a little bit darker. I'm going to go ahead and leave that by default up. You can uncheck this and have it basically... This is going to give you, like, if I tried to attack another blue or whatever, this is going to make it put up a window. Are you sure you want to do this before you attack them? A lot of people like to uncheck this because they know, you know, they know what they want to do. They don't want to, if they want to attack a blue, if they want to attack somebody or whatever, they want to do it without having to hit accept. So they'll uncheck that. For now, to be safe, since I'm coming back to UO, I'm going to go ahead and leave that checked for the time being. Now, what I wanted here was, there's a circle of transparency option somewhere. Where the hell is it? Music volume. Is this guy hurt? You can see anybody else's stat too. You can kind of drag their health bar off of him, which is pretty cool. He's healing himself, so he's pretty advanced. No, that's just a small heal though. So he just has a little bit of magic. And we could probably do that heal as well. Where is the circle? I know there's a circle of transparency thing here somewhere. Oh, set radius of transparency circle right here. So it's already maxed out. So I'm going to go ahead and hit apply, okay on this. Now what I want to show you guys, there's another player here. Remember, I told you this monster had fallen behind the wall. A lot of times they'll fall behind the wall, you won't even see their feet or anything, and you'll be like, where the hell did that, you know, NPC or the monster or whatever I killed go? It'll be behind a wall and you can't see it. Well, you need to use that circle of transparency. You need to set it and bind it to some keys. So here I'm going to go ahead and hit my hotkeys that I set up to actually, now for whatever reason it's not working. Hang on just a second, guys. Let's check my macro here. Previous, next. Okay, it was beeping at me, so I need to go ahead and add another one. I need to add it back for the reason it didn't take before. And actions, come down here. There's a whole bunch of different macros you can actually set here. And this time I want that circle of transparency, definitely a handy one. So we're going to go ahead and try it now. Bam. And now I don't see the wall. Basically, it clears any walls or trees or anything like that that are in the way. Now I can actually loot and get my gold easily. I could have got my gold anyway because I could have just clicked on our shoes, but I wanted to show you guys that. Are these cooked birds? Hell yeah. Take those. Alright, the rest of this junk I don't want, I don't care about. I want to have some more action. So, I want to show you guys as well, we should have a heal spell. We have Magery at like 50. We should be able to cast a pretty good spell. You can't cast any spells with weapons, though I do remember that. But we're going to go ahead and grab this heal spell here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, just throw it right down here. And then I'm going to come to the 4th level here, and I'm going to grab a greater heal. And bam it here. I mean, I have a lot of regs here, so I might as well use some to heal if I need to. If I'm deeper in the dungeon or whatever. See how this guy is healing himself. He's using that 1st level heal spell. So, let me know what you guys want to see in the stream. If you have any questions or whatever, you know, if I don't know, hopefully I can find an answer for you. But let's see if we can take her. And again, in these games, guys, unless somebody invites you or asks for help or whatever, don't ever help somebody attack a monster. Like you saw that guy there. He knows online. He knows how to actually play online games. He didn't jump in and start attacking this guy. That would be considered rude. Even though I'm getting my ass whipped, he could sit there and stand there and watch. And once I started getting my ass whipped, the appropriate thing to do would be say, "Hey, need help?" You know. And then if I say yes or whatever, then he can jump in and help me. That's the appropriate way to do it. A lot of people will just jump in and try to kill your guy you're fighting and then grab all the gold or whatever. That's very obnoxious. It's very rude. You see it in a lot, especially of the newer MMO games. Most people that are playing these older school MMOs know the difference between being a prick and there's one thing that's being just a prick. Like if that guy would have came in and started attacking this monster without asking, that's actually being a prick. A red, however, a PK murderer that comes up and kills me while I'm out in the woods, that's not being near as much of a prick, to be honest with you. That's part of the game. So that's how I see it anyway. Come on, get Teague. Allergies are coming back. It's changing my voice completely. Come on. Missing. 63.9. My skill is growing. She is so close to dead. Now, see, again, if I still have my circle of transparency on. If I didn't have that... Oops, I hit the wrong buttons there. But if I didn't have my circle of transparency there, this is what I'd see. Now, with a glitch, I can still see her and double-click her. Now, maybe I can't. There I go, I got her. But if I couldn't see her body at all, like if it wasn't glitching through the wall there, I wouldn't be able to see her and get that unless I had my circle of transparency set in my macro. So, now look what I got here. I got, not only do I have a magic shield, I have an unidentified magic shield. That means it's magic of some sort, and I don't know what kind of spell it is. I do have a sword here as well, but it's just a basic sword. I think my katana is going to be better. But I actually have a shield now that'll help me protect. And one thing I want to show you guys here is, let's put this shield in our backpack that we found. I have one way, as you saw, that I put the gold in there, and that time it actually went into the same pile. But let's say that I didn't. And to split it, you just drag part of the gold off, and you type in how much you want. But a lot of times, if you try to put something in a pile and it doesn't stack correctly, one way to actually do it easier is to just, I remember this too, is just drag your gold from like her coffin or whatever right to your backpack, and that way it'll automatically go in the pile. So if you're picking up logs or muffins or bandages or whatever from the ground, you can actually just put it right in your backpack, and if there's already something similar in your backpack, it'll automatically stack in that pile. So that's an easy way that I remember of actually keeping items stacked. So let's go ahead and try this heal spell. Let's try a greater heal and see if we can't heal ourselves without running back over to this guy. Now watch what happens when I hit greater heal. I'm automatically going to lose my sword. And then I have to target who I'm trying to heal. Well, I want to heal myself. So I can either click on my health bar here, I can click on me, and my spell fizzles, and my magery went up by 1.1%, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and try that again. The bad thing is, when I cast that spell, you see up here that it used one of each reg. So it's always going to use regs, whether you succeed or fail. That time I healed myself for 27 points. I'm going to go for a lesser heal here, and I should get this every time. But that only healed me for 6. And again, it's all based on your magery. It's based on other aspects as well, like your... can't remember all your knowledge and everything like that. Miscellaneous, maybe? Nope. Magic right here. So it's all based on like magery, your evaluating intelligence, I think it has to do something with it, and your meditation, I believe, has to do with it as well. So there is a lot of skills here that you can pick up. Resisting spells is going to be good if you're trying to resist, the spells that other players cast, especially in a PvP game like this. So what's this guy's name? Somebody in the, oh, I thought that was somebody mocking my name, like I'm Damon Blood, so I thought maybe this guy named himself after something to join me in chat. I didn't know, but maybe not. So anyway, we're going to continue on here. Akuma of the Blood, look at his health. Let's do him a favor since we don't even have our seal. Let's go ahead and heal him. Just to be cool. Wow! See his health bar come up here? And the cool thing is, if you're going out with a party or whatever, he becomes my friend, whatever, you can just keep his health bar out like that. It's an easy way to target. You can also set up macros so that you can do all this with key presses and stuff like that a lot easier. So we are already getting close to another hour of game time here on this stream, people. I don't think I want to go much longer than an hour on these streams. Oh my god, you can see that this red is kicking my ass. Wow, I haven't even touched her. She's a badass. Not really. Actually, after you play this game even a couple hours, she'll be like nothing, but man. Oh, one reason I'm getting my ass whipped is I don't even have my weapon. That would help. And then my shield that I found will help as well. Help me, healer! Healer's not going to help me again. Probably has a timer, like he only helps you like every so often. So, he's probably only going to help me like every 5 minutes or something. Yep, see, I can do no more for you at this time. Oh no! I'm going to die again. So close to dead. Run! Now I'm running deeper into the dungeon to get away from her. Probably going to end up dead again. I'm going to run into somebody else up here. Now I'm going to have other players or other monsters after me. Alright, I'm going to hide right here and hope nobody sees me. And I'm going to cast this greater heal on myself. Yep, somebody else is after me. Heal! Oh, crap. No! That heal didn't do a whole lot of health to me. See, I'm about dead right up here. Dude, now I have 2 of them after me. So one thing you can do, so you don't die, and I don't want to die, is I'm going to go ahead and escape the dungeon here and be a real wuss. But, hey, at least I'll survive. I can't get over how many people still play this game. It's pretty awesome, actually. I'm going to go ahead and try to heal myself here now with bandages. Work on my actual healing skill a little bit, which is right up here. So again, if you guys have any questions, or you guys definitely give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or whatever you think. Let me know what you guys think of this stream so far. Hopefully I'm helping somebody out, or at least entertaining somebody. You apply the bandages, but they barely help. So, and this is Khan again, I think, right? Is it? Do I need help? And people are really friendly, so, I mean, people see me you know, streaming, basically advertising a server maybe they love, I mean, they're going to be cool. You know, a lot of people on the server, from what my experience, again, I only played the server for maybe a month or two off and on, and again, it was about a year and a half ago, and I really haven't played a lot since. I wanted to jump back into it, but again, not everyone is friendly, so somebody's actually hearing me and talking, but I am telling you, people on this game can be so cool. You can sit here and chat away with people for hours. You really can. And again, somebody else has given me a check. Oh, this time for 100,000. Well, I'm gonna have enough to buy me a house here soon, guys. Maybe that'll be our next episode, is running out and trying to use this money to get us a little house somewhere. And yeah, I'm streaming. All these people are like just talking about me streaming here, and the funny thing is, the cool thing is this is on my stream, so you streamers will actually see this. So, you know, cool thing. So again, I'm gonna leave these videos up even after I stream. I'm gonna actually leave these videos up for any new players or anybody that, you know, is interested in old school UO. So, hello to all my fans. Who is this? I gotta see who this is. Grey Goose. So I don't remember really any of these players that I saw when I played a year and a half ago. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these people have been playing forever. But that's one of the reasons I think that I didn't get back into this game a year and a half ago. Because I remember how addicting Ultima Online was back when I played in the Navy back in 1998. I want to tell you guys, I was in the Navy. I had long work hours. We were in port on a destroyer ship. And I want to tell you guys how addicted it was. I mean, I was in the Navy. I had no home. I had no home connection. And you had to connect to like a phone jack to actually get online on dial-up back in those days. And I didn't have my phone jack. I had no home. I lived on the ship. I slept on, you know, even in port, I slept on the ship. I was a single guy. And here's what I would do to show you guys, to tell you guys how obsessed I got with this game in the Navy. Now listen to this carefully. I got so into this game, I got hooked up on this game, that I actually got to a point where I would actually get off work, get done working at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. I would go into our office on the ship, a little office there, as soon as everybody cleared out of there or whatever, I would unplug their phone in the office. I'd plug in my laptop, and I wasn't supposed to be doing this, I don't believe. I believe this is against the rules. I could have gotten in a lot of trouble. Somebody threw a bunch of blood on me. What the hell? What the hell is that? What is that? I've never seen that. That's cool. But I would be in that office on the ship while we were in port. I could only do this when we were in port, not out at sea, obviously. But I would be in port, hooked up in that office, and I would play this game. I'd have to be up at like 6:30 the next morning, you know, doing another workday in the Navy. And I would sit here and play this game till like 3, 4, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. I had so many days where I was going. I mean, I was young. I was like 24, 25, whatever. And I would play this game until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I did this day after day after day, and I'd go for like 1 or 2 hours of sleep, all because of this damn game. And I was losing so much freaking sleep in the Navy, doing my freaking work days, you know, and I was a sonar tech in the Navy. And so I had to know my crap. A lot of times I was fixing crap. I was fixing a little electronic stuff. And I was probably lacking sleep big time doing the stuff I did, playing Ultima Online. And I mean, I was addicted to it for like 3 freaking years. And I still remember, I want to tell you guys a story. I got into this game, and I got so obsessed with the game. I mean, it was just so addictive, so much fun. And I accumulated, I bought me a little house or whatever. I played on the Chesapeake server. And it was all PvP. It wasn't none of the new stuff, the new Trammel stuff and all that. Back in the old days when it was all PvP, when it was all risk versus reward. And I remember I accumulated my first 1,000,000 gold. What is this? I accumulated my first 1,000,000 gold back in... I stole rags from you. So, I'm just saying, the cool thing is you can sit here and chat with these guys and have a lot of fun. I mean, The one thing, if you do get into this game, I mean, don't let any players tick you off. You know, have fun with them. But, man, yeah, I got so obsessed with this game. And I remember I got my first million gold in, like, probably 99, like February of 99 in the Navy. And 1,000,000 gold back in those days was ungodly. Nobody needed that much money on Ultima Online. I mean, the most you needed was, you know, whatever, 100,000 or whatever was ungodly amount. And I accumulated my first 1,000,000 gold in this game by just saving it in my bank and everything like that. And I could never use that much gold. I mean, I could have bought a castle, but there wasn't room enough to buy that castle. So this guy's giving me my regs back, and he's actually stealing my regs because he's obviously a thief. I bet you his karma is bad. Let's take a look and see if he has bad karma. Stop giving him stuff. Yeah, see, unsavory. So this guy probably steals a lot of stuff. That's why he has a bad karma. That's why it says unsavory. That's what I was talking about earlier. So, cool. I got a cool chest. There we go. I ought to put that in my bank before he steals it back, or somebody steals it back. That's so cool. But let the addiction overwhelm me again. All right, screw it. I'm downloading it. Awesome, Mike. That's awesome. Come join me, man. Come join me in some live streams, Mike. I'm Damon Blood here. You'll have to let me know your name when you get on. But, all right. I'm going to go bank this chest because I know that chest is a pretty cool chest. And remember, I actually set my macro so I can actually say bank a lot easier rather than typing it out. And I just hit my Alt-Z that I set up and my bank. You see, I typed in bank, vendor, guards, or whatever. And I am going to put this right here. Hopefully he didn't plant some kind of bomb on the chest so when I open it, I'd blow up. That is one of the things you could do back in the old school UO. You could actually, if you had a high-level tinker, you could actually set traps on chests and boxes and crap like that, that if you open it up, it would be like devastating enough to kill anybody. Part of the game, man. And this guy's stealing all my damn regs. No bombs, sir. All right, so he's even got some goods in here for me. But I do remember the trap boxes and stuff like that. And these are actually good. I'm glad he actually gave me this. Stealing regs for the YouTuber. So everybody's talking about me, YouTuber. I'm going to get famous here quick. But anyway, this is good because now I can actually put one of these wand of identifications here. And Grey Goose was trying to steal from this other guy. You notice he tried to steal and he just got fried. So the guards whacked him with an electric bolt of electricity that killed him instantly. And you notice his character there is gray because he got caught. And now this guy or whoever's standing around can actually loot him and all his stuff. So what I'm going to do here, remember how my shield that I actually found down there off one of the mobs that I killed, one of those red NPCs, she dropped a shield for me that was unidentified. Well, I want to find out what kind of magical shield it is. It's probably junk because, I mean, I got it in the newbie dungeon, so it's probably not nothing great. But out of curiosity, I want to go ahead and see what it is, make it so it's not unidentified. I'm going to go ahead and double click it. You can get these, you can either buy these like item identification wands from other players, like vendors. They're all over the place. And or you can find them on higher level monsters. And you just double click your wand after you have it equipped and target what you want to identify. And now we'll see what kind of a substantial, I don't remember what all these different terms are. There's different levels of what that is. I don't think that's anything fantastic, but I believe it means it's more durable than like a basic shield. So there are words I know that you'd have to go and look at you can look at the UO Forever site and figure out what all the magical terms mean, but there are things that'll make the shield give you like more armor level, increase your armor. So for example, let's go ahead and drag out my status here. I want to show you this again. And my level of protection is 12 right now. Well, I think it was 13 before when I had all my leather armor on. And the reason it's only 12 now is because I've lost some armor because some of this stuff has gotten hurt. I've lost some durability in my armor. So you'll notice that as this stuff degrades. And there's even skills that you can actually train up so you can see how good armor and weapons are. And I believe that is in trade skills, maybe? No, that doesn't look right. Man, it's been so long, so it's probably miscellaneous. Arms lore. So you could, like, use this arms lore skill and get that where it's really good. And I could look at any piece of armor or weapon and see what shape it's in. If it's, you know, badly damaged or pretty good shape or brand new or what. And you won't know by looking at it, by clicking on it, unless you actually use an armor or a skill. And so it'll say, what do you want to get information about? I'm going to say, okay, this tunic here. And it'll say it looks fairly new with a few nicks and scratches. And my dexterity increased just looking at that piece of armor, and my arms or skill raised a little bit. So there is so many awesome skills in this game. Wrestling's another fighting skill that you can actually learn. So, man, this I'm going to put this check in here, even though I can't really lose it. I can't really lose anything. And how much gold did I find in the dungeon? 194. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here as well. So, but yeah, this game is so awesome. I got so addicted to this game. Well, man, there's so much to say. I was talking about how I accumulated my first million gold on the real legit Ultima Online EA server back in like February of '99. I remember that because I remember we were about to go out for a 6-month cruise, a 6-month deployment at that time when I was in the Navy. And I had got my first million gold. Back in the day, there was no use for a million gold. Nobody could use that much. Nowadays, in this Ultima Online, people have like 50 million gold, and people will sell one item for like millions of gold. Houses and stuff like that will sell for millions of gold. Swords will sell for millions of gold, especially the higher, the higher level stuff that's really rare. But people pay for crazy amounts of money, and gold just isn't worth near as much as it was back in those early days of UO. But I want to go ahead and show you guys something here. Free regs from EQMS. So I'm typing to this guy so he doesn't think I'm, he probably stole them from me. Thanks for my regs back. So, anyway, keep getting distracted here. This game is so awesome. But people are so awesome to play this game because it is a real game. It's a real MMO. I have nothing but respect for anybody that can appreciate this game, especially UO Forever. Because a lot of people that are going to play this game probably played the real UO back in the day. Just as you see somebody there in the chat was actually re-downloading it. They've kind of like me, they haven't played it for 15 years, but now they're re-downloading it to get back into the addiction. So, Ultima Online, life on offline. Somebody said in the chat, which server. And so, yeah, I got my first million gold in February of '99. I put it up on eBay. I still remember that because, I mean, I was a broke-ass sailor. We didn't make much our first few years in the Navy. And I put that million gold up on eBay and put that million gold up on eBay, and it sold for $420, people. $420 for a million gold in early 1999, and that was about the going rate. I'll never forget that. I couldn't believe how much it went for, but then, like, I remember, like, I don't know, I left the Navy and what came home, and I was playing in like 2001 or 2002, just a couple of years later. And by that time, a million gold was only worth like $30 or something, just a couple of years later. So as more and more people played the game, and as more and more people, used cheats and dupes and whatever else they did, as, gold flooded the economy, people selling gold on eBay, damn them, gold became less and less valuable over time. And that happens with pretty much any MMO. But this UO Forever looks like a great game. It looks like they have a lot of awesome ways to actually prevent too much gold from flooding the server. They have a lot of ways you can actually spend it. For example, I believe you only have 3 characters that you can start, and somebody says swords aren't worth millions. And I'm going to say, what about a Valorite runic cat? What would that go for here? That's about 3 million. So there we go. See what I mean? That's like the best weapon in the game, for sure. But there are a lot of things in this UO Forever that are going to be crazy amounts of money that no new player is going to have for quite a while. So keep that in mind. But Vanquishing Katana, probably 2K or 20K. So I can turn so I can kind of look at him so I'm not looking like I'm sticking my back to him or whatever. But I mean, you can have a lot of fun just getting in this game, even if you stream to people. I'll help start them. But I mean, you can sit here, even if you don't go out adventuring. I mean, you can get in conversations with these players in this game that can go on for hours. Seriously, I mean, there's some really cool people that play this game. Is anyone else touching themselves right now? Nulsig says on the chat on my stream. Nulsig, if you're touching yourself to my voice and UO graphics, 1997 graphics, you got problems, buddy. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this stream up. I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any more questions, if you guys want to see me stream more of my Damon Blood character and do more stuff, go out and kill more bad guys, or whatever, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. Say stream more, whatever you want to see. Be sure you put that down. But I'm going to wrap this up because we're already over an hour on this stream right now. So I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. As long as I see some interest in, me continuing to play this game and allowing you guys to watch me as I come back to UO, definitely let me know, and I'll stream more of this UO experience and coming back to UO after really about 15 years away. So it's been a long time. I want to thank you guys more for watching, for viewing, and your interest. Again, go grab the game. Don't wait for me to just stream it. Go grab the game if you don't already have it. uoforever.com. Grab it. It's completely free. Guarantee you'll have more fun with this than you'll have with any Diablo game. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.